This is True OF Entertainment.
Hello, my
Here we
extroverted
are.
friends.
Wait, I want to know, David, are you introverted or extroverted?
I'm
His
classified as
MBTI was extrovert.
an intro extrovert.
Introvert.
Yeah.
You're
And
the opposite of me.
And
You're
Steven is an extra extrovert.
Me? Not real. I'm an extrovert when I have to be, but no, I can be very much an introvert. Very much so. I'm a
Really?
Pisces. Oh yeah, like I listen,
Oh, you are
when I
too?
have to yeah, when I have to be on, I'm on. And when I don't have to be on, I'm good with
I'm
my
not.
dog, or I'm good with my wife, or
I
my
think we
mistress,
do.
either way. Or I'm good with like my cigars and my scotch, and I'm by myself and in my head all day long. But yeah, I'm very much when I have to be on, I'm on. When I don't have to be on, are you kidding? No way.
I mean,
Yeah.
your personality MBTI was an extrovert, but that's the thing. There's always the degrees, and you're kind of like that middle where
Yeah,
most of the population is ambivert. You're in the middle.
yeah.
And
See,
Like
I'm
ambivert,
in the
herbivore. Oh,
middle.
like every Thanksgiving we have a big party where I have to be on. It's come as your favorite nude pilgrim party. So you know you have to be outgoing when people come to that party because they all just wear hats. Think about it, Vicky. Anyway,
Oh, okay.
so
I'm
it's
like,
one
I'm
of
like,
yeah,
well, how do I know you're a
what?
pilgrim? Yeah, got it.
Okay, but I'm here till Thursday. Tip the wait staff. So when I have to be on, I'm on. When I don't have to be, I'm not. And my friends from like New York that I had businesses with know that. It's like I can sit in a meeting and just take notes, not say anything, and after the meeting, we can debrief. And if I have to be involved, then that's a different Steven. Like there's many facets to who I am depending on the situation. So what the people see
Yeah.
here on YouTube is one of X. So because I have to be on, I
Same,
just can't
same
sit here
way.
and go
Yeah,
like this, right? You can't do
right.
that. I have to be on. I have to
Exactly.
talk.
Same with us. Like, there wouldn't be much of a show if we just.
Yeah, right. If we all just sat here and looked at each
Yeah.
other, so it wouldn't go
I
over
think
well.
this is the thing about YouTube. YouTube is a great platform for a lot of introverts because
hmm
yes, you're out there, you're talking, but you're not. You're talking to like us, just a small group of people you're comfortable with,
Right.
or you're talking to an audience that you don't actually see. So,
See.
and
And you
you're
talk in your comfort zone. You know, you're
right,
in your,
you're in your
your
comfort
little
zone.
nook. You know.
But I've had a talk in front of like 500 people before that I don't know and I have to see. And I must say I've that so my for going over all your things. So I got my own little panic attack, and I'm like, you just have to man up and go do it. So I don't have the luxury sometimes to sit there and someone's like, you're gonna go talk in front of these people. I can't. I just like you go do it. Like when I was a kid, and this is much different than I think how you guys, except David, were brought up. And of course, the castle Rapunzel over here. When we were kids, um, our parents just literally threw you in the deep end of the pool with sharks and said, if you get out, you survived, and that's it. It was that cut and dry. And someone said the other day, remember when we were kids, the news would say it's 10 o'clock. Do you know where your kids are? Yeah, because they forgot they had
Mhm.
kids. They were out playing and doing. So we grew up in a different time where you had to go out. There wasn't 800 television channels. There wasn't social media. Like if I wanted to go do something, I had to go get on my bike or go play with my friends.
No, but I was
Um,
the same for me. Easy there. I mean, I was raised the same way. My grandfather
I
actually threw me out of the boat to teach me how to swim. My mom was horrified, and if I had to go
well,
get some, get on my bike,
and that
and
was
she
and that was
laughed
over
at me
Niagara
for me from
Falls.
everything.
So yeah, but no, I understand. That's not my point of it is though. Like if you're Rachel's age or Vicky's age or even your age, right? You guys
How old are
grew
you
up
girls?
in
How old are you girls?
what?
Vicky, Rachel, can I ask you?
I,
Vi-
I
now,
I
No, you
think I
can't.
think what I think
what I'm
what
trying to say
Stevens
is,
I don't
let me go ahead, Vicky.
I don't
There,
think it's
maybe
age wise though. Like, I think it's your parental
Well,
background because
I think part of it's age too,
Exactly.
because if we were kids, and Vicky's much younger than David and I, everyone's much younger than David and I. In fact, the dinosaurs are much younger than David and I. When we were kids, we had to go out if you wanted to play or go do, you had to go out, right? So to be an extrovert
I
now,
mean, we did
you
that.
can.
We
Yeah, but to be an
we didn't have
extrovert
cell
now, though,
phones and stuff. We had a bike and
but
they said when it's
we didn't.
dark,
We
come
okay,
home.
Vicky. We had 10 cents or 25 cents in our pocket for a payphone. So there's a difference, right? So I remember Superman running into a phone booth and stripping naked, which is very cool when it was Superwoman. But my point is that we had to go do things. We couldn't sit home and be an extrovert because you can read, I could play chess, I could play with the dog. But at some point, my parents would be like, "Go outside. The sun is out. Go do this." So you had to be
Your
in
parents
our
were home.
generation expert.
Sorry.
No, I mean
Your parents were
Right.
the maid. So I'm talking on the
Rachel
weekends.
will speak for
So,
the latchkey generation because
yeah,
here's a
What?
but
key.
I'm just saying. So
Later.
yeah,
Yeah.
like all the time.
I mean, I was always out. I mean, they used to
yeah,
have, there used to be, there was a time you had to be in, and that was it.
right.
Come out of
When it got
school,
dark,
do
you can't.
yeah,
Yeah,
do your homework and get out. And when
yeah,
I got grounded, I climbed out of the window,
yeah.
broke the drain pipe.
All right, Harry
That sort of
Potter.
stuff. Like, just had to get out of the
So,
house. So
My
yeah.
window is too high. I couldn't.
But
excuse us,
He had a flying
Rapunzel.
car that picked
yeah,
him up.
the crazy thing is that I was listening to you ladies, and it's just think, yeah, I can empathize with being that introvert. But I've been in sales in all my life. But the thing about sales is that I'm in control. So
Right.
it was my show to put on.
Mhm.
And I've stood in front of auditoriums with 5,000 people. I don't have a problem. I get on stage. I don't get nervous to do that because that's just you just do it.
Well, I had a job to do that too.
I'm always I'm always, people say to me, "Are you ever going to come out of the house?" Because I'm a bit of a I like to be home. I got my little man room up here because I don't have a shed.
Right.
He likes
And
he just likes it because he painted himself behind himself. That's the only reason.
Right,
yeah,
exactly.
well, it's just a case of,
Creepy-
well, it's more of a case of
Creepy
so
Dave
I can
lives
remember
there.
who I am.
I
So I
wonder,
can remember who I am. You see.
I wonder
Sorry,
how
Nick.
many, I wonder how many introverts are actually an entrepreneur, because the thing is, for me at least, as an introvert, I cannot be in a competition mode with other people in the same business. This is why eventually everything that I do, I don't have competition. The type of art that I do, nobody does that. So it's only something that I do in my own little bubble where everything is beautiful and everything is nooshified, and I cannot be like, oh my god, like, am I doing good enough? Should I do more? Like, I can't do that. I remember in tennis, I was playing so good. My coach put me in training to do competition. I would beat all the girls at training, and then as soon as competition, 6-1, 6-0. I have cotton legs. Everything is stressful. All eyes on me. I can't do it. I can't
I don't
do
know. I'm competitive.
competition.
I'm
So
really
if you're in
competitive.
control, so you if you
Mm.
have your own
Yeah.
company, or if you have your own thing that is very niche and very specialized, you're in control. So there's no I'm not attacked from the outside world, but kind
It's,
of competition is, ugh, I don't like it.
Yeah.
Again,
it's
there's
something
different
that's
types of
it's something that's
introverts.
interesting then for everybody. If we were doing this, let's say that we're going to do the show next week, and we're all going to be in the studio together. How would that work?
That would drain my energy.
I've done that.
I'd have a great
Yeah.
time. It's a lot of fun.
Mm.
And then I come home and it's closed my door and nobody, not even my dog, is allowed to talk to me. Like, I just need to.
Just so you know, we've met
So-
we've met your dog. Your dog doesn't want to talk to you, so it's fine.
So so you could do it weekly, but you couldn't do a daily show. You couldn't do like 5 days.
No,
a week
no, I
doing
could. I could.
This way, she could
I
do it.
would, yeah. No. In
Yeah.
studio, I could do it 5 days a week. I could do it 7 days. Well, 6 days a week. But
Yeah.
when I get home, it's whoever's around me cannot speak to me because I will be like,
You have to.
I
Yeah.
don't have the bandwidth anymore. I cannot think anymore. I can't. And it happens a lot. This past weekend, I was peopling a lot. I had to do markets and I was working and lots of peopling. So yesterday, I was in bed all day. I mean, I also had a celiac reaction, but I was in bed all day. And, my parents live with me. And this happens a lot. If I'm in my bed and it's doors closed, they know, oh, don't talk to her. Or
Same
we're
with
gonna
me.
get cranky.
I mean,
Yeah.
same with me. I can completely
But
relate.
ladies,
We
is
live
it?
in a big enough room. I have my own room. My man is upstairs. I'm downstairs, not far from my mother, and even she knows. Like, if I just ask her, please don't talk to me. Like she knows.
But
Like,
are you,
enter, and if she enters,
ladies?
it's gonna really piss me off because I need some time by myself.
Mhm.
Here's a question then: Are you recharging or escaping?
Yes.
Recharging. It's recharging.
Most of the time recharging. Most of the time recharging. It's true that sometimes I do, and that's why I trick myself into, like your show. I'm the president of the Chamber of Commerce. I have the store here. I trick myself in enough responsibilities so that I cannot escape anymore like I used to do. So I have a system organized for me for not doing that
Mhm.
anymore.
Yeah.
But
I think that 10 years that Noosh and I were talking about, that was escape time.
oh,
Like
absolutely.
after, our fathers died,
Yeah,
and that
I
time when
had.
I
I
didn't,
went through.
but like
I
a
went through
weekly
the same
thing,
thing.
yeah.
I
It
went
was
through
But
the
like
me
same
on a
thing in my
weekly basis,
30s when I
I'd work all
when I
weekend
lost
and
my mother.
wine in the bottle. But yeah,
Mhm.
I was out. I was
Yeah.
out
But it's
escaping.
Yeah,
interesting, isn't it? For
It
all
is.
us
It is
extroverts,
interesting.
we still feel the need to do this. And all these people are sitting watching this going, well, yeah, that's all contradictory from what you. This bit's not relevant to the bit we've just been watching. Because they're all we're all on here wanting to be YouTube stars and not introverts at
no,
all.
that's
So
what I'm saying. This is
No,
perfect because we're comfortable
no.
with each.
Well, there's that spectrum of introverts, right? And we're on the side that's the social introvert. We're not on the side of the
Well, not just that.
what's the one,
Introverts
Rachel? What's
And the,
anxious, restrained, social, and
Thinking.
thinking. So thinking introverts have so much to
restrained
say.
mm,
Thinking introverts are so eloquent. They're perfect at writing. They have a lot to say. It's just they choose who they want to say it to.
mm.
They don't want to say it to just anybody and everybody and drain their energy.
Abraham
So
Lincoln,
I
Abraham
must
Lincoln,
must
self-fulfilling
admit,
introvert.
I'm not
right?
very good at small talk. I'd have to agree with Noosh a bit. Like I do look around for the fairy lights in a room, and you can see them if
Mm.
you're tuned in, and
Yeah,
then you just find the right people and just get stuck in. But
yeah.
I'm not good at how are you, how are your kids, how you work, because I don't
No, it
really
makes me
care.
nervous.
You are
No,
introvert. Introverts
I
hate
don't.
small.
Yeah,
Dave needs to
I
take the
don't really
test
care.
again and not lie.
No, I don't. I told you right. I've already had the test. I did the test when I was living in England, and I knew I was an intro extrovert. So
What's the
yeah.
name of the
So
test again? BMTI, EBTI? What is
MBTI.
it?
Uh, it's MBTI.
MBTI.
You can go to 16 personalities test
Personalities.
on Google. Just put
Google.
16 personalities test, and you'll find it. And it's not a very long test. It's super quick and easy. And
So based on what you guys just said, I'm an introvert, I guess, because ultimately I don't like
Okay.
small. I could care less about how big somebody's family is or anything. And people that really know me know that. It's like we don't really say. It's just like here's what we got, boom, we're done. Even when David and I
So
speak about
okay, so
stuff,
I answer
I
this
just,
then.
I just wait. I just assume Annette's okay. He just assumes Cheryl's okay, and we just talk business. And that's it. Like there's not, it's just boom, 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 and we joke, we goof,
yeah, but
and
it's
then we're
not
done.
like I don't care about Cheryl
No,
and
no,
about
I
how
agree.
things are,
Yeah.
and vice
But it's like
versa.
we both assume that they're either each
Yeah,
other's partners are fine. If they weren't,
yeah.
someone would say something, and then we'd have a discussion. But
And
nobody,
that's really funny because Annette will say to me, "Well, how's Steve? How's how's Cheryl?" And everything. I don't know. I said,
yeah,
"Well, why don't you ask him?"
That's a
I'm like,
dude thing, Mel.
yeah.
That's not a
"That's a what
introvert
thing?
extrovert thing. That's a dude thing.
What
That's
it
a guy thing.
No,
is
that's
it
I
not
don't
true?
true.
know though.
No. I have a friend of mine from an
No?
old
I don't
partner of
know.
mine, and every time he calls, how are you doing? How's this? How it's 25 minutes. Of how everything is. I always joke I should make a video before he calls me to send it to him, answer all the questions, and then we can get into what we need to.
Okay.
So no, it's not a dude
Noosh,
thing.
did
It's
you
just
Okay.
raise
a
your hand?
personality.
Did Noosh just raise her hand, or was that a
Bathrooms
hi?
to the down the
I
corner
think it
to
was
the
a
left.
this.
Okay.
No, it's all the list of things that you have to go through. Yeah, I have people like that, and it's so annoying. And the thing is, like sometimes because people expect you to ask, like for example,
Yeah.
I mean, I know that my man would tell me if something is wrong with his mother, but every now and then I feel, I'm asking him just, so that he knows that I do care. Like, like you do need
Right.
to ask
Mhm.
sometimes, like those things. that, I mean, I know she's fine. Otherwise, he would tell me that something's up. Or the
Right.
people around me, you ask about the business and this and that, and it's not that I couldn't care less. I know that they would tell me if there's anything important about X, Y, or Z subject, but I want to go to all the other deepest, subtlest things in between that I mean, so many of my
Yeah,
friends, it took me
I
years
agree.
to know what's their job. I don't know what they do. I want to know who they are, how they feel. I don't care about what they do.
Well,
Whatever.
I
What
sort of
again?
care I care up to a point, and then I think, well, if somebody said, well, I'm really sick or whatever, well, that's terrible, but I'm not a doctor, so I can't go any further other than knowing that fact.
Mm.
And
Oh, I
I
can
had
give them a whole treatment plan, like a whole holistic. Oh yeah.
no, because I can't do that. So yeah, I try to be economical because I have to force myself. And I didn't realize that. I had a discussion with somebody who regularly comes to the house, won't mention any names. And she said, I really have to force myself to ask how people are,
Mm.
because I don't really care, but I know that I should care socially. And so therefore I do. So it's part of my salesman act. Because I always used to say to Annette when I first met her, whatever you want to hear, I'm going to tell you. Because that's what a good
Right.
salesman does. So yeah, it's sort of cheating. But I reach a point where it's not that I don't care, it's just that I can't care enough to change it, the circumstance.
Well, and
So
here in
therefore
America,
I don't go any further than that. But
yeah,
am
because
I
I
being a
live
coward? I don't know, maybe I am.
yeah, I lived with an extrovert for quite a long time. Really great friend of mine, one of the best roommates I had. But he had to learn that I'm an introvert, even though I seem social. When I walk through the door after work, he goes, "Hey, how's your day been?" Ask me what went on, and he wants to tell me about his day. And he had to learn that, okay, she's going to go into her room, close the door. I'm going to leave her alone for about an hour or two. She's going to come back out and be like, "How was your day? Tell me about your day. I'm ready to hear about it." But he had to learn that because I kind of blew up. Like, listen, it's not that I don't care about you, but I do not want to be like, "What's your day like today?" I don't give a shit right now. Just let me be.
It's,
But
but it's got
I
to be
did
hard
care.
to be them, right? Because
Mhm.
they're all excited. You're home. They're like a puppy dog. They're like, hey,
Yeah.
what's going on? Like,
Yeah.
and then you and then they go and like lock yourself in the room, and they're like, what the,
Well, he
like
was trying to be a good
it's
friend.
That's
He
one
hard
of
to.
didn't
the
ask me how
that's
my
one of
day
the
was.
problems that's one of the problems that Europeans have with Americans, because they can't determine the sincerity of the constant and how are you today?
no, but that's true.
And how are you doing today?
Yeah, exactly. Hi, how you doing?
You know,
Nobody gives a fuck
yeah,
about how you doing. It's just
exactly, Noosh.
hey.
There you go.
It's a that
I
that
told you guys like once in one of our interviews. I remember my first few months living in the city. I ended up at Whole Foods and I had a shitty morning. I don't know what the fuck happened. I had a nightmare, and the woman asked me, "Hi, how are you?" And I just stopped and packing my stuff, and
how
I
are we
just
doing
started
today?
telling
How
her.
are you doing
You know,
today?
I don't know what happened. I didn't sleep well. Everything is off. Like nothing is working out today. I don't know. I think maybe I'm just gonna go have a tea and cancel the rest of my day. And I have basically her melting in front of me. And then I turn around and all the queue is looking at me like, what the fuck is she talking about? Nobody gives a fuck about how you are. You move along.
They just
So
want you to say, "Fine, thanks, good." You okay?
Right.
They don't really.
yeah, but nobody cares when they ask the question,
Yeah,
which means that I mean, just to be
yeah.
sincere in this country is already a hard thing to do because the first thing that you say is "Hi, how are you?" and you don't care.
I won't ask people how they're doing unless I actually want to know how they're doing. So
Right.
if
That's
I ask,
Yeah.
"Oh, how are you?" It's because I really want to know how you're doing. But it's because maybe something happened earlier in the week you told me about, or I haven't spoken to you in a while. Then I'm actually curious. But you'll
Mm.
never find me saying, "How are you?" Because I don't want to have small talk and chit chat. I don't care.
Yeah. So that's like I say. So
That
that's
explains so much.
Stephen, how
yeah.
are you? How are you right now, Stephen? Are
Yeah,
you good?
you
You
know,
good?
what my response is to that, so we're good. So yeah, people that know me know never like if nobody. If you ask me how things are going, I always say, "It's another beautiful day in paradise." That's my answer to everything. It shuts them up, and they
Yeah.
don't know what to say because you're like,
Me
"How are you?" It's
too.
another
That's
beautiful day in
me all the
paradise.
time. You do
I do
tell
that to
me
everybody.
all the times, but I
Yeah.
do
Yeah.
care to know about how you are. You son of a bitch.
Listen, if here's yes, I've been called that many a time.
You just told everything.
Yeah, there you go. Anyway, being the son of a bitch that I am.
Oh,
But yes,
Yeah.
can we please
World
make that
exclusive,
audio
ladies
clip,
and gentlemen.
please?
Yeah,
Stephen
Stephen's a
is
son
now
of a bitch,
officially
yes.
a son of a bitch. Yeah.
Can you
Yes.
please make a clip or a
Unfortunately, the
sound
people that
clip or
know me,
something?
yeah, that's we'll make that into a 30-second short. I'm sure
Yeah,
everybody
that
I
was
know will give
So we
that thumbs
can
up.
just like press it all the time.
You son of a
Yeah.
bitch.
Stephen's
You
a son of a
son of a
bitch,
bitch!
yes. So everyone's going to be like, oh, you finally met Stephen. Nice.
But
So
it's
yeah,
true.
but I'm very, I don't, when people ask me how I'm doing, it's the same response to everybody because it's like, I used to have a friend at university and people go, how are you doing? He goes, I'm dying of cancer. And they go, hey, that's great. Have a great day. Like, because nobody
Yeah.
listens. And so
That's right.
when I realized that, so I'm like, it doesn't matter what I say. I could say something disgusting to you and you'd be like, oh, that's great. Have a good day. Or I could say the nicest thing or really tell you and you won't care. So I came up with It's Another Beautiful Day in Paradise. And
I
everyone's
have
like,
a
oh,
challenge.
okay.
I have a challenge for everybody and for
Okay.
all the listeners.
Mhm.
The next time somebody asks you, how are you or how's your day? Grab their hand, sit them down, and
Oh my
spill
God.
everything and see how they feel. They will never ask you
There
again.
you
How
go.
are you doing?
No, but
The
as
There
you
you
fun
go.
said,
thing,
physical touch, like it makes you connected. Like if you really want for somebody to open up and they don't,
Yeah.
if you just put a hand, especially here, like it's very strong here. Or I mean, the shoulder is too close to go to. Just put it on the left hand.
I
It
think
makes them open up.
one of the last things I'm going to say today, because I can see time is ticking on as well for everybody, is that definitely what Steve said, people do not listen. And people continuously ask me that in Dutch. They say, and how are you today? Right, in Dutch. And the answer would be, oh, ik ben uitstekend. I'm actually great. But what I always say to people is, ik ben uitsteekbaar, which means I'm sticking out. But because of my exactly, because it sounds very similar to what they think they're going to hear, they just say, "Oh, okay, then, yeah, fine."
Yeah.
So yeah, it's nice to have a bit of fun with people as well. So I'm sticking out today.
I'm sticking out today.
Well, Annette will be very happy when she comes home. That's all I can say.
No, no.
It's
Just
it happens.
today?
It happens.
When I
It happens
thought we were
once in a
getting
blue
through a
moon.
show without a dirty joke, here we go.
Oh, no, it's
We made
not
it
a
to the end.
dirty
We made
joke.
it to the end.
It's not a
Listen.
dirty joke. It's the reality of life.
Leaves the
Yeah,
cream
it's
to the end. La crème de la crème.
oh my God. Ladies, it's always a pleasure to be in on your show, or I guess social intercoursing. Someone
Yeah.
said to me at
It's
the
another
dog
day in
park the other
paradise,
day.
Stephen.
I know,
Yeah.
but someone said to me at the
And
dog
just
park they
remember,
actually
Stephen,
enjoyed the show.
the jury's still out on me. So
Wait,
hey,
sorry. You
I
met
know.
somebody at the dog park. You talked to people at the dog
yeah,
park.
he's been out
I
dogging.
have no choice because it's like they see me every day and they're like, "How's Dakota?" And blah, blah, blah. So now that I get them off my back, I'm like, "Have you heard the shows? You have a YouTube, you have a podcast? Oh yeah." So they listen to and they go, "Oh, the show was great. The show. Oh, I love it." I'm like, so yeah. So that's what I do now to get people to stop talking to me.
Like and subscribe, comment. Dog walkers,
Yeah.
comment.
Steven doesn't hate you. Just if you're
No,
listening.
I moderately tolerate you and like you. Yeah, it's like when you get on an airplane. You're my new best friend for 2 hours. Go at the
Ugh.
dog park. You're my new best friend for the next anywhere from 5 minutes to 35 minutes. It's the same. It's the same logic. That's why.
Yeah.
Another beautiful day in paradise.
The only difference is at the dog park is you have to pick up the poo. That's the only thing. But there you go.
That is true. At the airplane, they have flight
Please
attendants that
pick
do
up
that
the
for you.
poo. Please pick up the
We do.
poo.
We do. We pick up the poo. We've taught the dog how to do it. She has a little scooper. She
Yeah.
walks around by herself. It's gorgeous.
It's not so much the poo itself; it's the temperature of it which is.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
But there you go.
The temperature of the poo is
I
winner.
love to live in the country. They can poop wherever
Time
they'd
to
like.
go.
We're
I
gonna
think it's
talk
time
about
for us to
poo
go.
next week. Okay.
Yeah, we had a whole show on poo once before. You can see that. You can see that somewhere in one of the shows on the playlist. But yeah, we had a whole poo show.
You did. Of course
We'll bring
you
it
did.
back. We'll bring it back. We'll bring it back.
We'll bring it back. Well,
We'll bring it back.
thank everybody
I'm not
for being
touching
with
that
us
with a 10-foot
today,
pole.
and
Thank you,
join us
listeners,
next
for
week
sticking with
for
us.
Yeah,
Thanks,
for
Noosh.
joining us again.
Thank you guys.
I figured this guy
Come back for
thriving
more
life.
poo.
Cheers.